Julia from Ian Strung Out Guitars. I wanted to give a special thank you to Chris Dangerfield for shouting us out the other day.
Thanks, Chris. You rock, and thanks for everybody that came over and stuff. So I'm gonna try to make an entertaining video for you. We appreciate it, man. Okay, I already drew the lines, and I've explained this before in another video, but I'll explain it here. In this old machine shop, I found this massive old roll of masking tape that still is sticky. It's awesome. Anyway, okay, I'll explain the lines before we tear into everything here. Okay, this is, since I rough saw it on the bandsaw, it looks a lot rougher, but anyway, center line is, of course, the dead center of the guitar. So that's this middle line right here. Now, normally what you do is, this is kind of like a fail-safe, easy, old-school method. You go to your first fret, and from your center line, you measure about 5 millimeter over, and you mark a line, and then mark a line on the other side. You come down to the 12th fret, and you go 10 millimeter over, and you mark a line, and you mark a line, and then you just connect them and go. So it's kind of like a Christmas tree. Now, that tape, the reason I mentioned it was because however thick your neck is here, it was like 28 mil. So, you know, you're going with like 8.33. Taken off, sorry. So what you want to do is 1866, right? So you want to put 1866, come down and mark it, which instead of marking it just with a pencil, I went ahead and did it with a tape, and the same down there. So 2/3 of the thickness of the neck, you come down, and you do that on the other side. I like to put tape there just because that way I can see it better. And then it's essentially just fauceting. It's not like anything too unique. It's, you connect this line with that line, you use a spoke shave or a file or rasp, whatever, tear it all out, and then, you know, you start to shape your, if you want a, you know, a volute. And then down here, I'm going to go with the way that some of the old mockingbirds were made, so you can get like a lot more reach. So, yeah, it's just time to tear in, I guess. Okay, now that that's done, just start removing from here to here, all the way back, and then we'll put the next set of lines. Now that that's all connected, we'll go from the center line to this line, and essentially just keep making angles until we smooth all of them out. And of course, we'll carve out the volute and the heel there. I figured before I start taking the rest of the neck down, cut a little bit more of the, just knock a little bit more of the volute out here, start getting some of the shape to it. I found this, my friend Donnie helped me put the retaining wall in the back of the shop was from the 1850s and was falling in, so he helped me last night put one up, a new one. And we were cleaning some of the stuff out here, and I found this ridiculously small hammer that works really well for stuff like this. Yeah, the building we have is very old. Everything always needs repaired. Maple syrup. And yes, thank you, Ed, and thank you, Guthrie. I appreciate the concerns about my finger. That is super glue. It's hard as a rock now, but it's okay. Anyway, yeah, the perfect radius is a piece of sandpaper because your orbital sander is going to go down there anyway and, clean it up. So, yeah, scoop a little out. And if you got a good volute, I know some people are like, oh, I don't like it. It screws with me playing. If you got a good one, a good feeling one, I mean, not like a massive one that's just going to take up space, you shouldn't really feel it too much. It shouldn't bother you. And it should look good too. So, there's a happy medium, I guess. You have it and you don't really feel it. Sometimes I think people say they don't like it because they just, I don't know, I think it's ugly, so they say it like screws with the way they play. I don't know. I don't really think. Again, unless you're playing with one of the ones from the 60s or something. But Christ, those are like another headstock almost. They're massive. Like Julia got me a old Italian Zero SETI with all of the switches and stuff, and the volute on it's huge. It's like, sticks up to about there. Yeah, I hit the lines off there. I'll start carving the neck here in a second. I just like to get the shape of the volute cut out a little bit. Well, sometimes a little more than a little bit. Because as you start carving, you'll start seeing the progress, and it looks good. Alright, the next faucet we're going to make is essentially from this line to the middle line. Kind of like a stop sign. Like, maybe we're just going to keep angling it and round it over. And Joe wants a neck more like a thinner old Jackson one, which they're really nice. Yeah, I got poison ivy on my damn arm, that's why I got soft. Start to rough out the shape of the heel here. There you go. Okay. everything is pretty much to spec. Joe wants a USA Jackson custom shop, like they call it a C, but it's more of a C clamp shape, and that's what we have here. It's just about 1.5 millimeters thicker because this has a dual action truss rod. Those have a single action truss rod. Differences: there's less metal in a single action, and the single action only pulls back, you know, to combat this, the tension of the strings. Dual action goes both ways. Very rarely do you need to bend your neck this way. That's why a lot of those Jacksons and stuff have ridiculously thin necks. You can remove a lot more material with a single action. If you want to get the same thing, you can remove some of the fretboard. And you know, I've seen some fretboards as thin as like 2 millimeters. Some of the early Fenders actually only had like 1 millimeter or so of rosewood because they only wanted the look to get the maple that got dirty on television on black and white. They wanted to like get rid of that. So you know, you can have a way thinner fretboard if you want a thinner neck and a double action truss rod. But I went with this heel because I was thinking of you know, I wanted something that had more access to the upper frets, to like 24th fret and everything. So I thought that looked kind of cool, and you know, it does the job. It feels nice. Everything feels good. So I want to thank everybody like that came over. If you came because of Sticks or you came because of Chris, I love you, Chris. You're awesome, man. Freaking, I really appreciate it, dude. And I hope you guys enjoy the videos and stuff. And